Q9816-1. An experienced, current, and proficient pilot fails to notice the landing gear is not extended for landing. This is an example of A. Systems training. B. Problem detection. C. Procedures knowledge. The correct answer is B. In this scenario, the pilot failed to detect or recognize the problem with the landing gear not being extended. This could be due to various factors, such as distractions, complacency, or a lapse in situational awareness. Despite being experienced, current, and proficient, the pilot did not identify the abnormal condition. Systems training, A, refers to the training that focuses on understanding and operating the aircraft systems effectively. While systems training plays a crucial role in pilots' knowledge and understanding of the aircraft, the error described in the scenario pertains to the pilot's ability to detect the problem rather than a lack of systems training. Procedures knowledge, C, refers to the pilot's familiarity with the standard operating procedures and checklists. While it is important for pilots to have a good understanding of the procedures, the error described in the scenario is more related to the pilot's failure to detect the abnormal condition rather than a lack of procedural knowledge. Q9832. Accident-prone pilots tend to A. Have disdain toward rules. B. Follow methodical information gathering techniques. C. Excessively utilize outside resources. The correct answer is A. Accident-prone pilots often exhibit a disregard or disdain toward rules and regulations. They may have a tendency to take shortcuts, violate established procedures, or engage in risky behavior. This attitude can increase the likelihood of accidents as they are more likely to ignore safety protocols and overlook critical factors that contribute to safe flying. Following methodical information gathering techniques, B, is generally associated with safe and effective decision-making. Accident-prone pilots, on the other hand, may demonstrate impulsive decision-making or fail to gather and analyze all available information before taking action. Excessively utilizing outside resources, C, is not a characteristic specifically associated with accident-prone pilots. Relying on appropriate external resources, such as weather information, air traffic control, or flight planning tools, can enhance safety and decision-making if used judiciously. Therefore, the most appropriate answer is have disdain toward rules. Accident-prone pilots tend to disregard rules and may exhibit a disregard for established procedures and regulations, increasing the risk of accidents. 9815. When a recently certificated pilot decides to not wait any longer for the fog and low ceilings to burn off, his pilot may be exhibiting the hazardous A. Resigned attitude. B. Macho attitude. C. Impulsive attitude. The correct answer is C. An impulsive attitude refers to making decisions without carefully considering all relevant factors or potential risks. In this scenario, the pilot's impulsive decision to proceed despite adverse weather conditions, fog, and low ceilings, demonstrates a lack of patience and a willingness to take unnecessary risks. A resigned attitude, A, refers to a sense of resignation or acceptance of unfavorable circumstances without taking appropriate action. It does not align with the pilot's decision to proceed. A macho attitude, B, refers to an attitude characterized by bravado, overconfidence, or a desire to prove oneself. While this attitude may lead to risk-taking behavior, it is not specifically related to the pilot's decision in this scenario. Therefore, the most appropriate answer is impulsive attitude. The pilot's decision to proceed without waiting for improved weather conditions indicates an impulsive attitude that can be hazardous and increase the risk of accidents. 9815-1. When an aircraft pilot takes off as ordered in the afternoon, when embedded thunderstorms are indicated on radar and NOAA is broadcasting weather watches, it might be described as an example of A. The resigned effect. B. An anti-authority attitude. C. An impulsive attitude. The correct answer is A. The resigned effect. then it suggests that the pilot took off despite the presence of embedded thunderstorms and weather watches due to a sense of resignation or feeling powerless to challenge the orders given. The pilot may have felt compelled to follow the instructions, even though it might not have been the safest decision. The resigned effect refers to a situation where individuals succumb to perceived external pressures or circumstances, leading them to make choices that they may not have otherwise made. In this case, the pilot may have felt resigned to the authority or pressure from superiors or the operational environment, leading them to proceed with the takeoff despite the potential risks associated with the weather conditions. 9833. An air carrier crew fixated on completing the last flight of a 4-day trip often may exhibit A. Get-there-itis. B. Stage decision-making. C. Naturalistic decision-making. The correct answer is A. Get-there-itis is a term used to describe the mindset or attitude of pilots or aircrew who are excessively focused on reaching their destination or completing a flight, often disregarding potential hazards or risks associated with adverse weather, mechanical issues, or other factors. In this case, the crew's fixation on completing the last flight of the trip indicates a strong desire to reach their destination, potentially overriding their judgment regarding safety considerations. Stage decision-making, B, refers to a structured approach to decision-making where different stages or steps are followed to assess and evaluate options before making a final decision. It does not specifically address the fixation on completing the last flight. Naturalistic decision-making, C, refers to decision-making processes that rely on experience, intuition, and pattern recognition. While it may play a role in pilots' decision-making, it does not specifically address the fixation on completing the last flight.